Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Dark Anime Robin. In this video, I'll be unboxing and reviewing the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe action figure of Devastation Optimus Prime from the Transformers Devastation. Let's quickly check out the detail on this case before we open it up. And through the transparency here, you can see like a standard Optimus Prime figure, although it's in Deluxe class, so it's kind of smaller than most Optimus Prime figures. And this picture here shows us this figure transformed to Optimus Prime's usual truck vehicle mode. And so this is back, and from this picture, looks like this is a version of Optimus Prime from a comic book or video game series. And looks like it takes 21 steps to transform between the robot form and the vehicle mode. And we have like a silver matrix of leadership inside this figure's chest. And that's pretty much all the detail we can see without opening the case up. So let's get the figure free now. We have the figure on the card here, and this accessory pack. It's most likely this John X we see from the case here. And here we have the instruction manual. Let's first cut the figure loose. Nice, so even without doing anything at all to set up the figure, it can stand on its own very nicely. We have the X, and these are like a pair of the shoulder stock parts that goes on the shoulder of Optimus. And obviously, even without the instruction, I can tell it's supposed to set it on the shoulder, but let's do that later. And now let's look through the instruction manual. So, showing the matrix of leadership, it goes into the chest, and this pair of stocks or exhaust goes on the shoulder as we imagined before. So let's try put these on first. Nice. So the chest is a compartment that can be opened. And the matrix is already inside here, so it's obviously removable, but it's kind of tight space, so it can be hard to remove. But let's get back to that in a minute. So apparently, to get the matrix loose, you're supposed to turn it down a bit to pull it out. And the Energon X, just easily, simply put it onto its hand, so you can do any X-swing pose with the figure. And here we have the steps for transformation here. So after all those steps, we have Optimus Prime in his truck mode. And apparently the X can also be attached to the truck mode to be carried. And this is how it looks after that step is complete. So let's first check out the articulation of this figure. And actually before that, let me first take the matrix out of his chest. So as the instruction shows, let's see if we can just turn it loose. And it looks like it's not as easy as the instruction shows, so let me try to get a tool to pry it loose. Here we go. Here we have the matrix. Let's see if we can. And there's like a little slot in the figure's hands here. Let's try this way. Let's just try to put it in the holding pose here. Can be a bit tricky, but you can have Optimus hold the matrix with both hands here. Just gonna take a little practice on how to do that perfectly. So unfortunately, that's the only use of the matrix, just for Optimus to hold it like that or to store it back in the chest. And now let's put the matrix back and let's start checking all this figure's articulation. So the figure can look right and left easily, can even turn its head all the way to the back if you wanted to, and the shoulder can raise laterally 90 degrees like this, and the arm can turn so with these articulation of the arms, Optimus can put on like a fighting stance with the arms like this. You can also make a 90-degree turns, or actually about 45-degree turn around its waist. Can raise its legs up again like 90 degree, bend the leg at its knee joint, and the side of the figure can actually, just lower leg, it can rotate over like this, which helps with the figure stance. So the feet can be unlocked, so you can rotate the angles. Again, this helps with putting on different kinds of stance. This basically covers all of the figure's articulation, and we can just put the Energon X on, and with the articulation of arms we can have the figure do any kind of X swinging pose you wanted to do, make it look better by adjusting the stance of the legs like this. This covers all the basic features of this figure in robot mode. Now let's transform it into its vehicle or truck mode. Now to begin the transformation, we turn the head facing backwards first, and then we turn it in the back here. Now these pieces on either side of his torso, we open it up. Also open up the panel by its legs first, and down back here we set down these wheels. You have to click them into place. Now you turn these lower half of the body 180 degree toward the back here, And then here, the legs, you open up these components here. Now you clink the legs together. And you also have to push forward this abs piece here. And then push the legs back up like this, and the feet, close them up. And now these two pieces, further see the hinge in the back here, and this slot space over here. Now you just have to turn to fit these pieces in there. Do the same with the other side. Like this. And push this forward. And also set this straight up. Now the shoulder and arm. See this opening here on the base of the neck, and this hinge, it has to be fitting there. Do the same with the other side. Okay. Now we have to put the hands in. Here, like this, and do it the other side. Now we close up the panel like this. Now here we have Devastation Optimus Prime in his truck mode. Complete. Here we have a little nice looking truck here, and unfortunately, like most Transformer action figure in their vehicle mode, there's not much can be done with this form, except since we have wheels here, this truck can at least roll. And here we have a little slot here where you can attach the axe to, so the axe can be carried in truck mode like this. And unfortunately, there's nothing to be done for this little hole on the back. My guess is maybe eventually they'll release a truck of some kind that can be attached to Optimus in this truck mode. But as it is right now, this is all the feature we have for this truck mode in this figure. So now we have covered all the feature of this figure in both robot and vehicle mode. I would say this is a very nice figure of Optimus Prime, because even though it's Deluxe class size, which makes it kind of small, but it still has all the good looks, all the classic form of the Generation 1 Optimus Prime, which means if you're a collector or a fan who likes Optimus Prime, or again, more specifically, the Generation 1 Optimus Prime, but you don't want to spend too much money on the larger figures such as Voyager class or Leader class or even the Commander class figure, this is probably a good choice for you. Although one minor possible issue is that since this is the Devastation Optimus Prime, so it's like based on the video game or comic book, and the paint job on its chest or the truck windows kind of is accurate to that detail with the paint. Again, the paint job basically portray it to be more like a comic book looking character rather than an animated character. So this is probably a detail you want to consider if that makes you want or not want this figure. And again, the hold on its lower section when you change it to its truck mode kind of implies there'll be more, maybe another truck that will be released into the studio series that can work with this figure. So basically by itself this figure may not be complete, so this may be also another detail you want to consider if you want to buy something else that to go along with this figure, or if you're fine with just this figure alone. But overall, this figure's paint job, design, and its articulation makes a good collection to any fan who loves Optimus Prime. And again, especially those who don't want to spend too much money on the larger version of the Optimus Prime figure. So you definitely should consider getting this figure for your collection. One more thing I want to show everyone is that in my practice of transforming this figure, I realized how you can remove the matrix from its chest without a tool. So let me show everyone again here. So again, you open up the chest compartment here, and you just have to simply push the matrix on one side, and now it's loose, and you can just remove it like that. So go, and even though it's not actual articulation, but again, you can also kind of push its shoulder a little backward. This can also help you with posing this figure. So again, I urge any fan who love Optimus Prime to consider if this is a good figure for you to collect. This concludes my review for this set. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. And please check out other videos from my channel. If you have any question, please leave them in the comment section. I will answer with the best of my knowledge and ability.